Hello West Ham Fan TV, Jack Reeve here from Talk Norwich City. You probably don't know who I am, but I am coming over from Talk Norwich City, as I said, a Norwich City fan channel to discuss this weekend's game where our teams obviously compete in the Premier League. This video I'm going to be doing some player ratings. There's of course other videos on the channel, and also if you want to see the West Ham perspective, head over to my channel where the West Ham boys from West Ham TV have done some preview content, so some good stuff over there as well. This video, as I said, I'll be doing some player ratings. So first player, I'm going to be doing 1, which is absolutely atrocious, probably my level of football, to number 10, which is like Messi, Ronaldo kind of standard. Adrian, I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. The times I've watched him, he's always been really good, a really sure player to have between the middle of his sticks. I'm going to give him an 8. Jenkinson, I really wanted Jenkinson on loan for Norwich when he was sort of available for a bit over the summer. I think he's a great right back. I'm going to give him a 7. Tompkins, he's had, he's not amazing, is he? But he's a good player, and I'd certainly take him at Norwich. I'm going to give him a 6. Reed probably had the game of his life against Manchester City. That's the first game I've watched him for quite some time, so I haven't seen much of Winston Reed. But what I saw against Man City, he was big, he's strong, he's good on the floor, he's good in the air, he's got everything you want from a centre-back. Got to give Reed an 8. Creswell, it pains me to say that name, Creswell. I know he's a good player, but of course he used to play for Ipswich. I hate Ipswich, so that means I hate Creswell. He's a good player, but for the ties with Ipswich, I'm going to have to give him a 5. I'm sorry, that's such a biased viewpoint. Shoot me down in the comments, but Creswell, not for me. Noble, I think he's a good midfielder. Probably best days are past him, but he still does a job. Experience, that's the kind of players you want in the Premier League. You're going to give him a 7. Obiang, really can't give much of a comment on him. I haven't seen enough of him. For that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. Same with Lanzini. Heard things about him from you guys over at West Ham Fan TV, and also pundits say a bit about him. Must admit, don't know too much about him. For that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. Dimitri Payet, on the other hand, I have seen quite a bit of the times I have watched West Ham. He looks like a stunning player, a fantastic signing to get hold of Payet. I think he's a player who can show real glimpses of class, and they're the kind of players you want in the Premier League. You've got the mixes of experience, the guys who just do their jobs every single game, the likes of Noble who can do that, and then you've got Payet, who might not be amazing every game, but will always come up with glimpses of class. Them glimpses of class are what win you games. I want to give Payet a 7. Moses, that's a fantastic deal for you guys. That went through on deadline day, if I'm correct in saying. I think that's an absolutely brilliant deal for you. He's direct, he's powerful, pacey, good end delivery. I think he's a great player. I'm going to give him an 8. Sacco, haven't seen much of him this season, but he was brilliant last season, was he? Or the season before? I can remember him having a cracking season. Going to give him a 7. And then some other players who might be in and around your team is Antonio. Watched a lot of him at Nottingham Forest. Very, very impressive player. Would have quite happily taken him at Norwich. I think he's powerful. I think he's got a great finish. I think he scored 15 goals in the Championship last season in a Nottingham Forest team that didn't have the best service. So Antonio's a good player. Give him some game time. I reckon he'll come up with the goods. And of course, Andy Carroll. We all know who he is. Plagued with injuries, but on his days, he's unstoppable. Fantastic in the air, a real nuisance, a real Premier League typical centre forward. I'm going to give him a 7 as well when he's fit. So there's my players. There's my West Ham ratings, 1 to 10. Got to be honest, I think I've been quite generous, except for Creswell. I say generous, I think they're fair ratings. I think you've got a fantastic side, and that's something I've really noticed since we've got relegated. We've had a season out of the Premier League. I didn't watch any Premier League football while we were in the Championship because it was depressing for me. But you've come a long way. Since we last played you, your team was nowhere near this good. So it's good to see you guys have improved that much. Although it's not good to see because I know we're going to struggle this weekend. I say struggle. You'll watch my match preview to see all of that good stuff anyway. So do you agree with my player ratings? Leave it in the comments. Subscribe to West Ham Fan TV. They are doing some great things for West Ham fans. They put a lot of work in to provide you with great content. So subscribe to them. And if you want a Norwich City viewpoint on YouTube, or if you even just like what I said, come over to Talk Norwich City. Loads of West Ham content over there for this weekend's game, and also Norwich City content throughout the season. So you can be filled with Canaries goodness. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.
Players. 8.
8.
Yeah, just in Norwich terms, like, you know.
Yeah, I said,
probably 6 or so.
I think with him he hasn't lived up to potential that he could have had. But yeah, if you want to give him an 8,
I'm going to go Dorrans.
Yep.
Dorrans is a player that we've been linked with a few times. Used to play for West Brom, obviously. Scottish